Yay.
Hello, everyone. So welcome everybody to Ladies Taking Over. And
Yay.
today's gonna be one of those crazy shows because I haven't had I haven't slept for 24 hours and I'm on my seventh cup of coffee. So you're gonna see a caffeinated, hyperactive Ash, and
Yeah.
and I'm joined by the lovely Queen Ellie, the most
Yeah.
fabulous Queen Ellie. And I feel like Jose has outdone himself because it is possible that he has found me a permanent childminder,
Yeah.
and Ellie's gonna keep her eye on me so we don't get carried away with this show. Or
I
maybe we could
know.
get carried away together. I could convert Ellie, and then we will take over. The
Yeah, we'll
takeover is
take
happening.
over. Girl power. Yeah.
Girl power. That's exactly right, Ellie.
I know.
Um,
And you know what? I had the accident with my face, got burnt my face. So if anybody's seeing what I've got a thing here because I burnt my face cooking, and it's a bit of a downer, but it'll heal.
yeah,
So that's the main
Ellie,
thing.
you look beautiful no matter what because you're a beautiful person and it shows on people's
Ah,
face. I genuinely believe that.
yeah,
Um, so you always look beautiful, and you especially look beautiful to Spurs fans because you make so much sense to us, and we love you so much. So
yeah. I'll try to, and you do too, Ash, because we make a good team. You
yeah,
know.
yeah, we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to say today though, the sun is coming out weird. I look weirdly fair.
Yeah.
Jacob was saying this yesterday that StreamYard is making people look really fair. I don't know if that's true, but it feels like it.
Yeah, I'm quite fair anyway. I'm not a really dark
Yeah,
Greek person. Most
yeah,
people think I'm English, but I don't think I've got English colourings in terms of my eyes and my hair. But
yeah.
once I start talking, they just think I'm English because I'm from London, so I sound like from London. Yeah, but I opened the blinds a bit because it was a bit dark, and I don't want people to think that I'm undercover.
It'd be cool. You'd be coming to us from the bunker somewhere. Ellie
Yeah,
reporting in. It
yeah.
would
I'll,
be
I'll,
fun.
I'll just say, oh, this is a birthmark.
Oh
Oh
well.
my God.
Let's see who all are there. Let's say hi to the people
Yeah,
in the chat.
yeah. Let's see
Um,
who's joined us. El Tel Cockerel.
Jose is
I was just
here
talking
checking
to
in on us.
Jose.
Uh, he's like, make sure. Basically, he's saying good luck, but he's actually saying don't ruin this.
Yeah. So don't cock it up, as they
Yeah.
say in England.
And then David
Hey.
Shires has commented early. I don't know if he's still here, but I hope he's still here. Good day, Jose and the girls. So there's no Jose, it's just the girls.
Just the girls
So
today. Jose's at work. I just spoke to him actually. Had a lovely chat with him. Yeah.
I love Jose.
Oh, he's
Him
lovely.
also I thought of as English. When he speaks, he sounds like he's English, even though he's not either. Like, eh,
Yeah. Yeah, he's
so
got I think he's got quite a London accent actually. He sounds more
yeah,
London than me.
yeah. Um, David has done us a solid and smashed the like on both channels. So everyone, this
Yeah.
is a joint stream with El Tel Cockerel. So everybody smash the like on both channels. Do us
Yeah,
a
and
favor.
also share the link because that helps as well. Share
Yeah,
it with your friends because they like
yeah.
you. They'll subscribe, and it's free.
Ye- Yeah, absolutely. Share with your friends, with your neighbors, with whoever you like or dislike. Maybe if you think that listening to us is torture, uh, whichever way you want to go about it, uh, share it
Yay!
around. Chris Agambar is in the house. Good morning,
Yay!
ladies
Go
and
on,
everyone in the
Chris.
chat.
All right, Chris. I
And
call
Ian
him the
Met
Chicken
here.
Man.
Call him what, Ellie?
I call him the Chicken Man because we had a party in the park with Brian Daigle, and he brought loads of chicken. So I always call him the Chicken Man.
Chicken Man. Oh yeah, the chicken that I still haven't tasted because I'm not in London. This is a
That's
London
it. You've
bias.
got to
Everybody
come.
gets good food. Bobby
Yeah,
keeps talking
we
about
usually go
your
for a
pasta.
curry as well. We usually go for
Yeah,
a lovely curry. After matches,
yeah,
especially.
that's what you and the Irish Hotspur, right, Dave? You all go for a curry together
Yeah,
after
well,
games sometimes.
Dave the Irish Hotspur, we haven't been. We went for a kebab last time he came over, so we've got to go for a curry next time he comes for the Arsenal
Uh
game. I think he's coming over for the Arsenal game.
yeah,
Or yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
I wanted to come over for the Arsenal game as well because there are like two or three games in a row that are really good. There's Arsenal, there's Liverpool. So I thought about coming for the Arsenal game, but
yeah,
it doesn't because my summer vacation starts right for the semester ending. So I thought about it, but then I was just like, it's just too much work, and it's just to get, like it's hard logistically. But I really wanted to.
yeah. Don't worry, you'll get over one day.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Uh,
Ian Neff
yeah.
said hello, didn't he? Hello,
Yeah.
Ian.
Oh, hi. Oh, hey, Ian.
Good morning.
I thought we already said hello to you. Sorry, Ian. We love you. You know that.
Yeah.
Graham Rudder saying bonjour, Queen and Princess. Bonjour to you, Graham Rudder.
Bonjour.
Kwezali's in the house. Big up,
Woo,
ladies.
Kwezali.
And then we have Daniel Sandoval, our chef
Oh,
from
one love.
Bolivia.
Yeah.
One love, Daniel.
One love, one love.
Um, so Ellie, let's just get down to it.
Yeah.
Let's start with this. Now we have been linked to what feels like every young player on the planet,
Yeah.
because we were linked to Nusa, and that looks like it might happen. And then
Yeah.
we were linked to Vermeeren, but apparently
Yeah.
he's going to Atletico. Um,
Yeah.
we've also been linked to um, the Szymanski, the Polish
Yeah.
footballer Szymanski.
Yeah.
Um, we've been linked to. I mean, I've lost track of the number of people we've been linked to. We were linked
I
to that
know.
American player from New England. I forgot his name. He's an English player who plays in the MLS for New England.
Yeah.
Um, so we were linked to him. Then we were linked to, like, it's just been raining links, right?
Yeah.
So, do you think that we'll get anyone in, or do you think that it's just gonna be one of those we're linked just because we have the money, and so people link us to people?
I think it's got Paratici written all over it as well, because you know what he's like. He likes to cook in a lot of fires, doesn't he? So yeah, I think it's a good thing because we've got to get a few over the line. It'd be nice to get that Noosa deal, especially over the line, because a lot of people are hunting for him. And I hear that Newcastle came in for him as well. So we've got early doors on him though. So we've got earlier talks. So we could get that one possibly over the line. I would say that was our best bet. But you know what? I like to get a striker because even though we've got Werner, he's probably more of a winger stroke striker. So I'd like to get a fox in the box. So hopefully we'll be linked with somebody. If not now, in the summer, we definitely need some reinforcements up front because goals win you games. You know, I mean, defensives win you leagues, as they say. But I think goals, you need goals because we're third in the chart of goal scorers at the moment, third highest. So I just feel we need another couple, another few. Not because we're going to loan Nusa back to his sister club, so that's not really benefiting us this year. Although it's going to be a fantastic deal, don't get me wrong. I think we can go for another couple on top of Nusa, like a striker, and I would love to get a central defensive midfielder, someone who's strong and powerful, because it looks like we're going to lose my favourite player. Well, he's not my favourite player, but he's the one I like a lot because of his.
Ellie, too late. You
Yeah,
said it.
he's not my favourite. My
Yeah.
favourite is Bentancur. I love him. In terms of their football, you know, how good they are at football. Yeah. But yeah, so I hope we get another couple in at least.
Big up David Shire,
David
Shire,
Shire. Woo!
gifting a membership. Who has it gone to?
What
Let
a
us see
lovely
who it's gone
man.
to. Doesn't say who it's gone to. So whoever it's gone to, thank David in the
We'll look
chat.
it up later and we'll let
Yeah,
the
we'll look it
person
up
know.
later.
Yeah.
Let us know who it's gone to, and if the person who's gone to is here, then please thank David in the chat for his generosity. And we hope that you enjoy your membership and it gets you some, something extra from the channel.
Yes.
So, and that also reminds me that Talking Ball is now monetized, so anyone else who wants a membership can also get one. So
Yeah, you can also put your super chats in.
Yeah, exactly.
Only if you can afford it. Don't do it if you
Yeah,
can't.
exactly.
Yeah.
But liking and subscribing is absolutely free, so you can do
Yeah.
that whenever you like.
That is even better.
There are a few more people in Pranvat is here. Hey guys, what's up? Hi Pranvat.
Hello, Pranvat.
David is saying boo, lol. I'm not sure what he's saying boo to.
Is it boo because we didn't know who it was too?
Then he's saying big up, come on, you Spurs. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
big up, David. And Toxic Headshot is saying buck. Okay.
Don't know what that means, but
A Toxic Headshot is saying big up, ladies. Hi, big up, Toxic Headshot.
Maybe he means he's a buck.
Yeah, maybe he means he's a buck. Kismat, that's Hiren, my pal from Mumbai. He's saying hi, Ash and Ellie. Kate in the house saying hi, ladies.
Hello, Kate.
Kate.
I had the confidence to put the camera on today because it's not so bad now, Kate. But yeah, next shows I'm going to put them on. Don't be so vain, Ellie.
Jula saying good morning, Ash, Auntie L, and all in the chat.
Hello, Jula. I sent Jula a message that I burnt my face.
And Kate is saying morning to Jula. And then Kate, LOL, Ellie and her cups. How are you? Love the debate. Laughing my ass off.
Yeah, because I was talking about trophies yesterday. Like we haven't won any. I want to win some before I top it because I'm like 61 now, Ash, right? So like I want to win some cups so I can celebrate and go down Tottenham High Road and celebrate with the team. It's such a good feeling, you know? Oh,
yeah, Ellie, I mean, it's the same with me. I really, really, really want to win something. I especially want to win an FA Cup because, I've grown up hearing about how much the FA Cup meant to Spurs and how we won it so many times. But I haven't been alive for a victory like that. And like, I'd like to be one of the Spurs fans that says, what was I doing when we were winning a trophy? Or, what I did, like how I celebrated, or, have those stories for myself. I'd like that.
I know, in 1991, Ash, right? I was there with my brothers, and that was the last time we won it, right? And we were the champions of the FA Cup. We'd won it the most at that stage. And now Arsenal have taken us over. We've nearly got there. We've always been the nearly men. I want to be the one, I want to be the bride, not the bridesmaid,
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
And yesterday, Pochettino and Chelsea beat Middlesbrough 6-1. That's insane. And if Poch wins a trophy with Chelsea, after all those near misses he had with Spurs with a better team, I swear I will just gag.
It was a much better team. We just didn't perform in the finals. It's like we froze. Especially in that Champions League final, we had the team. We could have had a little bit of a better team all round, but that was on the club not to strengthen for Poch. That's what I was saying yesterday. But we went with that team, and like Mia said, with the penalty and Jimbo, the penalty was harsh. The first minute we give a penalty, which wasn't a penalty. And then everything went downhill because Liverpool went into a low block, and we didn't play well. All our top players, Dele Alli, Ericsson, Harry Kane was injured. You could see he couldn't move, so it was a bit of a downer. And you know what? If we win a trophy with Ange, he'll deserve it. Him himself, you know, not just for the fans, for him, because of his due diligence, the way he's changing everything at the club, taking people out. I was talking to Jose about. He was saying about the club had done very well getting all the dead wood out slowly, but now it's quickened up. Yeah, so I'm really happy about that. So we're doing the right things.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, the club is doing the right things, but I think
Yeah,
that Ange doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. I don't think that, because he's won a lot in his life already. I do
yeah,
think that, but it would still be nice for him to win something, to show all these, all these people who were like, oh, he's too naive, he can't hack it in the Premier League.
yeah,
All of those pundits who just been at him saying these sort of vague things without ever looking up his record or looking up how he plays or knowing anything about him. They're just going on the fact that he's from Australia and he hasn't played in the what they call the big leagues. So
yeah,
uh, just because of that, I'd want him to win something just to shut all the haters up. I don't think he needs to, because he's proven his record already. He has so many trophies. But
yeah.
I
True.
wish it for him.
He's
And
already won 3 managers of the month
yeah,
already.
exactly. And
Yeah,
if we hadn't gotten all those injuries, I reckon he would have gotten a fourth manager of the month, because I think we would
definitely,
have beaten the British.
100% there, Ash. Honestly, because those injuries really hit us hard, and they were in really key positions. And our
Yeah,
best players who were performing the best for our team, Van der Ven and Madders, were performing out of this world. Like nobody could touch us in those first 10 games, 8 wins and 2 draws, you know.
yeah, yeah.
And
And I
everybody
reckon,
tried to put the dampers on it, didn't they?
Romero as well wouldn't have been sent off if Van der Ven was next to him. I truly believe that,
Yeah,
because Van der Ven calms him down a little bit. So I feel
yeah,
like it would have been a different game. Like, a defender also gets agitated when he doesn't have confidence in his partner. So
yeah.
when you have confidence in your partner, it's a different story.
Yeah, and true. And the club had done a masterstroke bringing Dragushin in because he plays on predominantly on Romero's side. And you see against Manchester United, he was so disciplined because he knows if he does one more error and lets the side or the club down and the fans, because we want him to play, because we've lost games when he's not been available, and it's evident that he is important to our team, not just defensively, offensively as well, for what he brings us in his passing range. So with Dragoose in there, he's got one thing at the back of his mind. If I slip up, this boy's going to take my place. And if he
Yeah,
impresses, he's going to keep my place. You know, because one thing about Ange, he's loyal up to a point, but he's very cutthroat as well, right? If he feels that that's the best for his team, he will do
yeah,
it. He doesn't care who. Obviously cares about his players, but he doesn't care that he's going to upset somebody, right? He'll keep them sweet up to a point, but he's doing it for his club. He's the manager of our club, so he will make those harsh decisions at the end of the day, which I don't think Poch did in a lot
yeah.
of ways. We were talking about this yesterday. So I think Ange is the best man to control that whole thing.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that people misunderstand what it means to care. You
Yeah.
Caring doesn't mean coddling. It doesn't mean that I'll guarantee someone a spot in the team. They have
Mm.
to. Everyone has an equal opportunity in training to prove that they deserve a spot in the team, and
Yeah.
it's doing a disservice to all of your players who you care for equally, to choose someone who doesn't deserve to be there over someone who does. So I think that
True.
uh, this whole idea that if you care for a player you won't drop them, or you'll play the player you care about. That's that's doing harm to the player. Like, look at what happened to Eric Dyer.
I
Jose
know.
Mourinho uh, clearly liked Eric Dyer, and so he would play him pretty often. But what happened because of that is that it created unnecessary resentment towards Eric Dyer from the entire fan base, and it harmed him in the long run more than it helped him. So I think that if you
True.
really care about your player, you don't play them unless they deserve to play.
Yeah. Because you're sending the wrong message to the team as well. That whatever I do is not going to be good enough to take that player's place. So what's the point? You know, why am I here? Why am I training? Why am I trying to impress the
Yeah,
manager? If Eric Dyer makes 2 or 3 errors and he's still put into the team, you know, it's not
yeah,
fair for that player who's trying to break it and get his spot.
yeah, exactly. Drula saying Chelsea wasn't good, Middlesbrough was dreadful. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
this
what?
is
I didn't
true.
see the game live. I didn't see the game live, but I watched the highlights. And for the first 10, 15 minutes, Middlesbrough created quite a few chances.
I think they just lost steam, Ellie, because they're against like, no matter what you say, Chelsea is a Premier League opposition. It's a
Yeah,
top club, and they were
yeah,
just
cool.
they it was just a huge difference in class.
Yeah, and they've got some of their better players back as well.
Yeah,
Because they've got
yeah,
Chilwell, obviously Thiago Silva. He's an important cog in the terms of their experience, getting them over the line. But I don't want them to win the final. So whoever gets to the final, is it between Liverpool and someone else, isn't it? The other semi-final. So
yeah,
we're hoping it's Liverpool because they're going to give them the best game.
yeah.
Yeah.
David Shire saying, Ellie, I burnt my arm on the phone to dad years ago and badly burnt my arm first time. The old man heard the real bad words. LMAO, bloody killed.
Yeah, it did. This one, it's not so bad. It's the size of a penny, but it's really hard and it's pulling underneath and it's very itchy. And I want to scratch it, but I mustn't because I'm going to
Yeah,
scar my skin. Yeah,
yeah.
it'll heal.
I've actually burned myself as well. When I was a little younger, my my mom had just boiled like a lot of water for tea, and
Right.
I kind of my top caught the tablecloth, and the entire tea fell
Oh, no.
on my stomach, and so I had like a really bad burn. But it's kind of all gone now. Like
Yeah,
nowadays these all of these really effective burn medicines,
it
etc., they're
takes time,
amazing.
doesn't it? It takes
Yeah,
time
it
just
does
for
take
it to
time.
heal. And then it will be a little bit pinky and then it sort of goes skin colour. Because
Yeah,
I've burnt my hand so many times cooking. Unbelievable. About 100 million times I've burnt my hands, but never my
yeah.
face. I must
uh
upset the gods. It's my cup.
yeah.
Somebody's against me up there.
David saying, and just confident in his abilities. Look at how he's handled the press, Levy, and the pressure. Class act. Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
David. He's a real class
it's
act.
fantastic,
And
isn't it?
David is then asking, is Mia still alive? Ellie, have you murdered Mia somewhere in the past
Yeah,
24
yeah.
hours?
We had a chat in our group chat today. She's fine. You know, Mia,
Yeah.
she's a tough cookie, right? I backed her yesterday because you know what she was saying about Kane. That's her opinion. Yeah, everybody's entitled to their opinion, whether you agree with it or not. Don't personally attack somebody. Attack the argument, but not the person. So I backed my girl because she's lovely, Mia. She's a lovely.
Yeah.
She's got such a good heart as well. Yeah. So yeah, she's still alive. Don't worry. She's alive and kicking.
Oh, we have Bill. Bill is in the house. Hi,
Hello,
Bill.
Bill.
How's it going? Hope you're doing
Yay.
well.
Yeah.
Um, Ellie was close to your eye. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really
it
close to
is
your eye.
right
You're very
there.
lucky.
Luckily, it didn't get me in the eye because it would have burnt me and probably blinded me because it was really bad. It was a really bad spark from the. I was cooking
Oh,
steaks and I put a bit of
oh
olive oil
yum.
and it heated up and then it just sparked at me. Oh,
Ah, David saying
not a nice
sheesh
thing.
ash. Yeah. Uh, Taha, it a chat. It was Burner on the dance floor. Loved it.
Run on the dance floor. Gotta
Dance
take the
floor.
move. Oh yeah.
Mr. M is in the house. Hello, Ellie and
Mr.
Ash.
M, hello.
Talking about Kane, since we're talking about it, let's talk about curses. Do you
Oh,
know, there was a very cheeky article, I forgot by whom, saying, do you think Kane needs to leave Bayern in order to win trophies? Because, that was
this is what we
every
were
time Kane
discussing yesterday. Yeah.
lose something in Spurs, it would be, oh, does he need to leave Spurs to win trophies? Well, does Kane need to leave Bayern to win trophies? What do you think?
It's $1 million question, isn't it? Listen, at the end of the day, they're 7 points behind. They've got a game in hand, so they can claw it back to 4. And I've seen Real Madrid claw back from Girona, so football's a funny old game. When you think a team's out of it, they come back and storm it. Man City did it to Arsenal last year. Thank you very much, Man City. Even though you might be cheating, that's another argument altogether. But the curse, it just seems that way, doesn't it, Ash? It seems like he's a bogey man. But you don't know, because at the end of the day, I would like him to win something, but not with us. I want him to come back to us. I wish he hadn't left, because he would have been perfect to finish all the chances that we didn't finish. That's what I was saying yesterday as well. I just thought, with Kane, he's such a fantastic finisher, isn't he? I just feel sorry
Yeah.
for him. I just feel sorry for him, because if he doesn't win anything and he's left our club, he's going to feel not shameful, but I think he's going to be really sad about it, because he's going to start doubting himself then, because you can't doubt his goal scoring record or him as a footballer. He's a fantastic footballer. No one can take that away from him.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I think uh, eventually Harry Kane will probably win a trophy because of how good he is. But
Yeah,
I do think that I would have liked it to be for us. I would have liked for
yeah,
him to stay. But I don't. I'm not one of those people who's just like, I hope he never wins a trophy anywhere else. Because, he gave about 70% of the best part of his career, he gave to Spurs. And he stayed
yeah,
with us for as long as he possibly could. Yes, the last 2 of those years were a little iffy because he really wanted to go to Man City and it didn't happen. But he was a
yeah,
professional and he always, sort of got us across the line. Last year, I think without Kane, we would have looked like a very, very different team. We wouldn't even have been as high as we were, I think.
yeah.
So those 30 goals really, really, saved us last season. So I give him that much. Um, but but yeah, a part of me finds a little bit of satisfaction. Okay, I will not lie. When they lost,
I
when they
know.
lost against Werner, it was just this little evil part of me that I don't want to acknowledge, but it's there. Was
That's
very,
what
very
Mia was
happy.
saying yesterday. Like Kate said, savage, and then I backed her up, because I'm thinking, I don't want our players to leave us. The very,
Yeah,
very brilliant players. I don't care. The other players that have left and have won trophies, like Juan Foyth when he went to Villarreal and won a trophy, like Lamella,
yeah.
But with Kane, he's got a special place in most Spurs fans. Loved Harry Kane, right? I'd say 95% of them. There's always some who won't like him. That goes with the territory. But there's something in me. I don't want him to win something. I know it's being cruel. I know it's being cruel, but I want him to win it with us. I want him to come back to us and win it with us.
Yeah. Deb M is in the house. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to you, Deb.
Good afternoon,
Um,
Deb.
and Bill is saying you're still beautiful, Ellie.
Ah, thank you. I'm trying. You know what? When something like this happens, you just got to get on with life. Don't brood about it. Just get on with it.
David saying Kane can. Um,
Is that came to do one? Is that the Australian way of putting it, David?
yeah. Uh, Now I feel bad for Kane. In the end, he is one of our boys. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
He was one of our own.
You know, he
Um,
started his career as a young lad with Watford, and then he went to Arsenal for a few days. I think it was
yeah.
not very long
They
anyway. I
apparently
think
thought he
maybe
was
a
too
month.
fat.
Yeah, they said he's too chubby. You see,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, if they had Kane, they would have even been better. Arsenal.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
glad we got him instead. All right, we didn't win a trophy with him, but we nearly did. I don't want us to be nearly men all the time. I want us to be the yearly men. Win it every year. You've got a nice
Sorry, Ali.
sunshine coming in.
Yeah, so this tree that hides the sun generally is moving in the wind, so the sun keeps like coming in and out.
I can
It's very
see.
annoying.
That's Harry Kane. It's his star.
Yeah,
He, he's looking in at us.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
what
just
they
like,
on
how
about?
are these people doing so well?
There's another curse at the club as well. We've got the curse of Man City not scoring at our club.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was.
Oh,
And
not
you and
scoring
I
at
are
our
on the
new
same
stadium.
frequency. You and I are on the same frequency because that's what I was gonna talk about.
I'll tell
So
I'll tell you a funny story before you go on to the next thing. Right. So when we played Man City quite a long time ago, when Edin's Dzeko was there, right? So I was watching it with my husband, and I said to him, "That Edin Dzeko is rubbish." Because he's like big and cumbersome and not very good, like technically. But he wasn't brilliant, right? So I said he's rubbish, and he scored 4 goals against us. So I said I'm never going to say that about another player ever again.
oh yeah, I mean, I say that about the Everton striker,
Oh, Calvin
uh,
Lewin.
yeah, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I always say, he's terrible. He's only beautiful to look at, but like he's
Yeah,
not really a great player. And then somehow, he manages to score against us, and it just hurts even more because he's so bad.
I know. Do you know, like he got a disallowed goal against us, didn't he? Right. So like he's in England. He's in a lot of adverts because he's very beautiful,
Yeah.
aesthetically beautiful. Right. So he is a model. You can see he's going to do that probably when he hangs up his boots, and he'll probably get more money for it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like David Shinola, who was good but also very
Oh,
beautiful, and he did a
oh
bit of
no.
acting,
He
and
had it all. That
yeah, he
man's
had
got
it
it
all.
all.
Um, so David is saying, would Harry have wanted to be not second fiddle? I mean, in the system, yeah. What David is saying is, Harry's, like strength was sort of going back and sort of distributing the ball to the wingers, like that.
Yeah.
People running in behind. Um, uh,
Yeah.
in Ange's system, he'd have to be just the fox in the box, and it's possible he wouldn't get as many goals and assists, because he would have to
Yeah.
change the way he plays a little bit, so he
I
would be playing
understand.
second fiddle to a system.
I understand that, but I was at the Shakhtar Donetsk friendly game, and he was doing the fox in the box bit. He was just like not doing these normal stuff, and he scored 4 goals.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
that's what he's good at. He's fantastic at scoring goals.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
already won for Bayern as well.
when you're a class player, you're class no matter where you play on the pitch.
Yeah,
So I reckon that would be the case. David
yeah.
Shire is being the most generous person
Ah,
ever by gifting another membership, this time to
so
Bill. This time
fantastic.
I could see who it was. Yay, yay to Bill. Bill, I hope you enjoy your gifted membership. I hope we live up to the to the gift that David has given you, and
Yeah,
everyone else. Y'all feel free to grab your memberships as well, but otherwise, just like the channel. That's free
that's
of
right.
cost.
That's it.
There are a few people who've joined since then. Wait, I have lost track of the chat as usual.
I
Um,
used to do that when I did my own
yeah,
show as well.
yeah. Um, yeah, there we go. I really love our goal spread. I agree with this. I love
Hmm.
the fact that the goals are divided between a lot of players,
Yeah,
and
Yeah, even Romero's got 3, Van der Ven scored 1, Porro scored 1 from the defence, Udogie scored 1. So that's
Yeah.
what 6 goals from defence, isn't it? So not bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Donna Cullen saying Namaskar, Aishwarya. Namaskar, Donna. Um, and David is saying Sunny will never leave. Love his loyalty. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. He's our player until he can't kick the ball anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope he retires with us. Uh,
Yeah,
Shanata saying hello, Ash and Ellie. It's been a while. Haha. Hi, Shanata.
yeah. Hello. I think Sonny might even be our manager one day. You know that? I just can
You think
see it.
so? You know,
Yeah.
I
He's a
don't
very intelligent man.
I don't actually see him. I see him becoming a pundit more than a manager, because there'd be a
Mm,
lot of people in Asia, like a lot of channels in Asia, who'd pay really, really big money to have
yeah.
Sunny on as their pundit,
Oh my God.
because he's like an icon. So
Yes.
I reckon. I mean, it'd be hard to say no to that sort of money.
I know. It's like when we did our trip to South Korea. It's amazing.
Yeah,
The love for Sonny, and like, because they love Sonny, they love Spurs as well. And they're all kitted out. And when you go to White Hart Lane, I call it White Hart Lane still, I'm old fashioned. You see all the Sonny girls and the Sonny boys. It's amazing. And they're such brilliant fans, Ash. They are so effervescent. And like I like celebrating with them as well, because where I go, there's a lot of South Korean people in our section, and it's so amazing. They're brilliant
yeah.
fans.
Yeah, big up the South Korean fans. You know, I
Yeah,
see
big up.
Wolves trying to get in on that South Korean action, because
Yeah,
they keep posting these videos of Hong Hee Chan eating like Korean barbecue with the Wolves teammates. And I'm just like,
yeah,
lay off the South Koreans. They're ours.
yeah. We've got first dibs.
Yeah. Um, Graham saying so far Kane hasn't turned up when it mattered for Spurs in England.
Yeah, that's what Mia was saying. Well, when you think about it, you need your big players to turn up in the finals, right? You do, because they're the ones that get you over the line. Like your Salahs for Liverpool, your Trent Arnolds. They're the ones who are really integral to the team to winning the game. So, yeah, I mean, in the Champions League, we could give him a bye because he was injured, and you could see it. You know, he wasn't himself. That's not the Harry Kane we knew. We know,
Yeah.
sorry. So, yeah.
Smoking. Beautiful room,
David's
man.
so funny.
Yeah. Thank you, David.
Oh,
Um, Lee Smithy Smith is in the house saying, "Morning, ladies."
Lee Smithy Smith. I love him. I've met him as well. He's so lovely.
Yeah.
Give him a kiss.
Aishwarya, talk to Miss. How do you pronounce your name, Ellie? Aglaya? Is that how you say it?
Aglaia. Aglaia, if you,
Aglaya.
or Alea in English, because there's no G's
Alea.
in the Greek alphabet. But when you
No.
translate it to English, you've got to put the G's in. It's a
Ah.
Greek's a funny language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About my ladies' football. So yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we give the world what they want. But
Yeah,
I
the
was so
ladies
excited.
done very, very well so far. We're sixth in the league. We're scoring for fun. We beat West Ham the other day in a very, very windswept. Oh my God, it was such bad conditions, and we won 4-3. And like, it was such a good match as well. I was watching it on television
Yeah.
and filming it.
You know, Ellie, it
Yeah,
was so windy, they couldn't take the corner kicks. Like,
I
literally, the
know,
ball was just like floating off the corner.
I
It wouldn't
know.
stay
It
still.
was quite hilarious, wasn't it? She was putting the ball down and it was moving. And she put it again. I thought, dig a hole in it. You know when you put your
Yeah.
foot into the thing and you make a little
Yeah.
divot. That's what you
Yeah.
do. I
Yeah.
don't
Well,
know if you're allowed to do that though. I'm not
no,
sure
I think
because
Ellie,
you gain an
the
advantage.
yeah, but I also think that players nowadays wouldn't know how to do that, because they play on such beautiful pitches. They don't have to
I
do these
know.
things. You know, like like in the olden days, like in India, it's
Yeah,
still like that. The pitches are all like wobbly and everywhere. So we have to do
yeah,
that just to keep the ball still in the corners and like to take kicks, etc. On like,
yeah. It's true. It's
uh,
harder because the pitch is so lovely and the grass is so
yeah,
beautifully laid, right? But like, I'll tell you a funny story about it. Pat Jennings, our old goalie, yonks ago, 60s, 70s, right? Basically, he used to put a line in the middle of the goal with his boot. He used to drag his boot and put a line because the pitches were mud. There was hardly any grass, especially as the season went on, right? And he used to be brilliant at positioning himself. Whereas goalies now, they're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to do it. So they have to have positional awareness. And some goalies are really bad at it.
Yeah.
Luckily, Vicario's getting much, much better, but his athleticism gets him through it, you know.
Yeah.
So if he's out of position, he can still maneuver his body because he's so athletic. Brilliant. And he's very slim. When you see him in real life, he's so slim.
He's also really intelligent, Ellie. I want to discuss this later, but I have like this whole thing that we don't talk about corners with. That I'd like to bring up how intelligent he is about like positional awareness, etc.
Yeah.
But let me just catch up on the chat because we're like really behind now.
Yeah,
So David is like, crazies are out in Oz. It's a full moon. What? Donna saying, yeah, Donna, stop bringing up Kamolika. Daniel Lee is saying, big up, Daniel Lee. Great to have you here.
Big up, Donna.
And then
one.
David saying, welcome to Bill. I hope Bill thanked him. Daniel Lee is saying, are we really doubting Kane scoring goals in any system? No, Daniel Lee, we're definitely not doubting that. Everyone thinks that Kane is class and he can score in any system.
I think what most people think about that, Ash, is it's not whether they doubt him whether he can score. It's because we're scoring from all positions now, you know. But with his goals added on to that, that's extra in my book. Yeah.
Shantan is saying, are the ladies of Spurs, lovely Ash and wonderful Ellie, where's Kate and Mia? We want the Fantastic Four together.
Oh, yeah.
That would be, that. I mean, you can go to Mia and Kate's joint stream that they do. You'd see the three of them at least.
Yeah, last night we did a show.
Yeah, last night's show was so much fun.
Debate.
All of the infighting, and it was like the Levy discussion. It was so like, I love how
it's, you know what, Ash, right? It's no, if you have to be true to yourself, right? And even if other people don't agree with you, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, that's your opinion and that's their opinion. So that's what makes a great debate, you know. And if you dare to do it, you know, that's the main thing. You've got to get your opinion out. Yeah.
Donna saying, why all the men forget me? Donna, the men may forget you, but I have definitely not. You are, please, everybody who tunes in, I remember y'all, and I hope that y'all come back for more Talking Ball with Ellie and Ash, because Ellie is now part of the Talking Ball family as well, along with Chang.
I love it.
And David shares saying, not at all, mate, just asking the question. So that's what Daniel was referring to. He could be coach, but not manager, just like his father. Oh, yeah, Sunny.
Brilliant. Yeah.
The Korean fans come in clutch with the Sunny fan cams. That's true.
One thing I don't agree with Sonny's dad, he said he's not world class. I think Sonny's world class.
I think
he can fit into any team. Brilliant.
Yeah, I reckon you know, like with Sonny, people don't think he's world class because he has the same problem that Ange did, in that when he was up and coming, he was still an Asian player or an Australian player. You know, you don't come from the traditional places where you see players as being big. If Sonny was a 19-year-old kid tearing it up in Belgium or tearing it up in Netherlands, everyone would be like, this kid is amazing. Man United, come sign him. Real Madrid, come. That time, Man United. Real Madrid, come and sign him. It would have been like this crazy thing. But because you know, he comes from Korea, he doesn't come from like a traditional footballing nation. I mean, Korea is amazing. Don't get me wrong; they are the best in Asia, possibly, apart, you know, Japan and Korea. But
Yeah, because they got to the semi-final of the World Cup. Was it the quarter semi-final, wasn't it? And they lost to Germany. But yeah, because we
Yeah,
got him from Bayer Leverkusen, so he's playing in Europe, but he still didn't get the credence. You know, like if he was playing in Spain or maybe Italy, he would have got even more. But because he was coming from Germany, and a lot of fans say that's the Farmers League, but that is a tough league. All right, Bayern Munich dominate it, but other teams have won the league there, like Werder Bremen and Bayer Leverkusen have won it, and so have Borussia Mönchengladbach. So yeah, I just think it's a sad state of affairs that there's a bit of snobbery in football. Yeah.
uh, and we have AJ. AJ is here. Good
Good
morning,
morning, AJ.
girls.
Woo!
How about the rest of the team show up in finals? Yeah, I agree with this. I
That's
think the
it. It's a
whole
team
team.
game. It's true. And because Kane was carrying that injury, the others should have stepped up more for him, you know?
Yeah. David Clark is saying Sonny will never become a manager. His personality doesn't give me that vibe. He's more likely to return to South Korea and set up a soccer school and a charity. Yeah, I see that.
Mm. Yeah. I just think he'll make a good manager because he's got such a good vibe. In my book, a manager needs to be tough, but now he's got the captaincy, he's getting that more shrewdness and more toughness in him because he's going and talking to the players, you know. But he
Yeah.
does it in a very sensitive way because that's the way he's been brought up, the way his father and mother have nurtured him, you know, and the
Yeah.
South Korea culture as well, you know. So I personally think he would be a very good manager because he'll be fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I think there are a few in our team that could be good managers. I think Ben Davies might be a good manager as well.
Yeah.
Not the best player, but I think he'd be a good manager.
Yeah, look at all the players. Klopp was a rubbish player. He admitted it himself. Jose
Yeah.
Mourinho didn't make it. Yeah, look what they've done in football. Pep
Yeah.
Guardiola
Exactly.
he's a different anomaly because he wasn't a magical footballer, but he was a
Yeah.
good footballer, you know, and playing for Barcelona as well. Yeah,
Yeah. Shanata's saying the women are on to the next cup of the next round of the FA Cup too. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. The women are killing it.
yeah.
I'm
Come
so
on.
glad. I have to admit, Daniel Levy has hired two good managers in one
Yeah,
summer. And
yeah,
Rob, he's done an excellent job when it comes to recruiting. I
yeah.
will give him that. I've had my
Yeah.
problems with him in the past with some of the decisions we've made, especially the managerial decisions and the staffing decisions that we've made.
Yeah.
Like Hitchens, for example. What the hell was he doing handling transfers?
I
Uh,
know.
but but I'm very happy with what he's done till now.
Yeah.
Swap is saying, hi, Swap. Swap is
Thanks,
saying,
Rob.
slowly I now start to understand what his Levy's vision for Spurs is. What he needed is someone like Don who turns it into reality. Hope he keeps him after his ban removal.
Oh yeah, the Don Paratici. Yeah. So he's working in the background, so as an advisory, but he's not allowed to deal with the transfers, is he? You know, he's not allowed to put his his pie into the pie, if you know what I mean. His finger into the pie. Sorry. Yeah. But he's allowing him to be on the outskirts. Yeah.
Spurs fans who criticize our all-time top goal scorer because he wasn't emotional like you wanted him to be are starting to piss me off. I don't think there are any Spurs fans who deny the uh, ability of Harry Kane, Daniel Lee. I don't think that those exist.
The emotional side of him, everybody's different. Yeah. Some people show their emotions by crying. Some people show their emotions just by like being kind and friendly and, you know, get, getting it all out there. But some people are reserved. You can't change that person, you know. And if Harry Kane came across like that, I don't think he meant it. I just feel, you know, he wanted to move from ages ago, didn't he? From that
Yeah,
Man City three or four seasons ago. So,
yeah,
and he saw the club wasn't pulling his way. So you can't blame him for wanting to move.
Yeah, no, I don't
He's
think anyone
ambitious
can
as
really blame
well.
him.
Yeah, he stayed with us for a long time when he could have left. You know, all right, the Man City deal fell through, but still, everybody's different. You know, I'm not going to blame him for that.
Yeah, I will come back to the comments, but I gotta say hi to a few people. Ben is in the house. Hey guys.
Hi,
Hey
Ben.
Ben.
All right.
Uh, Philippi's here. Woo! I
Woo
can't do a good woo.
woo!
Can you do a good woo, Ellie?
Woo!
Um, and then Elias is here. Where is Elias? Elias is somewhere. Here we go. Elias is
Hello.
here. Hi, Elias.
Hello.
And we have Tony Rodriguez. Good
Tony
afternoon.
Rodriguez. I love that
Uh,
name, Rodriguez. I think
Rodriguez.
it's
Yeah.
one of my favourite surnames. I like that one and Fernandez.
Yeah. We have like Goa, we have a lot of Rodriguez's and Fernandez's.
Yeah,
Because we were a Portuguese colony, so
yeah,
a lot of people are like Indian Portuguese, and so you
yeah.
have a lot of Rodriguez's and Fernandez's.
Yeah, that's like the QPR, one of the owners. His name's Tony Fernandez, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Prashant saying a good conversation. Well, Prashant, if you like it and if everyone else likes the conversation, you know what to do. Hit the like button and subscribe.
Hit that
Um,
like button.
we need to sign Grace Clinton on a permanent.
I
Um,
know. You know, it's going to be so hard to keep her though, because she's a
yeah,
Manchester United loanee, and she's made it into the England squad as well. She's
yeah.
absolutely fabulous. What a great player.
But you know
Oh,
why I want to sign her, Ellie? Because Skinner, the Manchester United coach, Mark Skinner, he is the
yeah.
whiniest. Like he is almost as whiny as Jurgen Klopp. He is so whiny,
I
and he doesn't
know.
rate Grace Clinton because he sent her off on loan. He sent off
Yeah,
such an amazing player on loan,
I
and
know.
so just to stick it to them, I wanted to sign her.
I bet he's regretting it now. Now he's seen
Yeah,
all her brilliant performances for us.
yeah. Um, David is saying, trust me, that poor defending had nothing to do with the wind. Our left back was so bad. It was sad. She would never play left back again. She even got caught from a throw in for one of their goals.
Yeah, it was
So
Amy Turner. Yeah, the thing is, she normally does quite well defensively, but she had a stinker. I must admit, she really did have a stinker. But the girl on the wing, I think her name was Alessi. I think. Yeah, she was turning her inside out, so she didn't have any problem with the wind.
yeah, and I do think Charlie will start playing as well. So Charlie is a fullback
Yeah,
as well. So
yeah, she's
uh,
from Australia as well. So
yeah,
lovely. We're getting
it's
some
the
Aussies
Australian
in.
takeover.
Come on.
We belong to two countries, South Korea and Australia.
Yeah,
So
Charlie Grant. Yeah, love her. She's so with the players we signed, they're all beautiful as well. they're really good players. It's the goalkeeper Barbara, fantastic. It's really good.
Swap is saying it's about Sunny. It's daddy's love. Only Asians can understand. This is so true,
Yeah,
Swap.
it's a tough love, isn't it? I've
Yeah,
got
it's a
some
very tough love.
Nigerian friends as well. They say their parents are tough on them.
Yeah, like I would be doing math, and if I got something like really, really wrong, as my dad would walk past and he'd notice, he'd just be like, not like hit me or
Clip you in
anything,
the
just like
back of
in the
the head.
back.
Why are you getting
Yeah.
it wrong, Ash? Poof!
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, David saying Spurs for the league. Come on, you Spurs, deluded and loving it. Yes, David, the
I
double
do.
is on.
I'm with you. We're in
Yeah.
delusional land, but you know what? It's only delusion if it doesn't come true.
Yeah. This is a nice show. This is nice time for a show when I'm bored on MRT back home. What is MRT?
I don't know. MRT. Enlighten us, Elias, what MRT means.
Dave saying I'm a novice to football but not sport. Love. Yes, big up
Yeah.
Elias. Just fans can. Yeah, just fan can be. Daniel, I think everyone's behind Harry Kane. We're nobody slagging him off. I don't think anyone's done that.
I get it more with flipping Højbjerg because I like Højbjerg because I like that type of player. You know, like Graham Roberts, Højbjerg, Terry Yorath back in the day. Everybody didn't like those players. Johnny Pratt
Yeah.
runs around working hard for the team. Nobody really warms to those players, you know. But
Yeah.
I like that type of player because I was midfield and I like that sort of player by my side, and that's why I will. But I obviously I like the more creative players better because they do more. They create more.
So I'm saying finally Levy got brains. God knows how. Yeah. Maybe they raced in with the F1 stuff. Imagine Imagine having someone like Ginola in his prime. That's why Ozzy revered his love of our Spurs. OMG.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you
Um,
see him come on Just a Girl Loves Spurs and he did a Christmas
Ozzy?
message to Kate?
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw that. I saw that.
It was
I loved
so
Ozzy.
funny.
Uh, David saying Hitchin controlled transfers and was not sacked for so long because he was a close friend of Daniel Levy. This is exactly what I mean.
I
Like,
know.
care is not putting your friends in powerful positions. Care is
Yeah.
putting the people who deserve to be there in the job.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's not worth doing that because if they let you down, right, it's going to be harder because you've got that love connection with them. You've got that admiration for them, right? But if they're not doing their job, it's going to be harder to sack them. And it showed with Daniel Levy and Hitchin. He left him there for too long.
Yeah. Sorry, Janila loved playing here and Klinsmann. Berbatov was a mercenary, in my opinion. Yeah, I'd agree with that. He went on strike, Berbatov. You don't go on
Yeah,
strike. If you signed a like, look at Højbjerg. He wants to leave, but he's professional. When he's on the pitch, he plays for the team. So I
yeah.
think that's what's important.
And Højbjerg only wants to leave because he's not in the team, whereas Berbatov and Modric and Ericsson, they were all in the team. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that shows how professional he is as well. That's another reason why I like him because he is very, very professional. He just gets on with it. He doesn't moan.
Yeah. Ellie, I might be meeting Teddy Sheringham this time after Berbatov as he is doing meet and greet in KL also. Oh, Kuala Lumpur.
Wow, that would
KL
be
as in
so
Kuala Lumpur.
cool. I still love Berbatov, even though he did that. I love him as a player.
Yeah,
Maybe
as a
not
player, he
what he
was
did.
amazing.
We can question what he did, yeah, which is understandable. But as a player, there's no one better than him. He's sublime touch. The only one I
Yeah,
can put with him are Dembele, who played for Spurs, Dembele and Hoddle. The only ones
yeah.
I can with that touch, that beautiful touch.
Sometimes Ellie, not that they play the same position or they're in any way similar, but sometimes with Lolo, the way that he lazily plays the ball, it sometimes reminds me of Berbatov.
Yeah,
Not in terms of like
yeah,
shooting, just in terms of just the style in which that
I
he goes
know.
about it.
His physical presence as well. Like
Yeah,
he's very similar in his body, and the way he moves around the pitch. Very
yeah,
much reminds me. Benny has got it. He's got everything, that man. He just needs, do you know what he needs? He needs a bit more respect from other fans as well. Because I saw all the Man United fans sort of not dissing him, but they were not putting him on a pedestal that we do because we've seen him
yeah,
play. We know what he's like more than them.
yeah. Um, Yeah, Daniel, I get it. We all
Yeah.
have our favorite players. Kane was one of my favorites too. I had like 50. All my Christmas cards for the longest time would just have a Harry Christmas. All of my Christmas cards.
Not a Merry Christmas, a Harry Christmas. Do you know
Harry
what?
Christmas.
He was a fabulous player. He wasn't just a brilliant striker, he's a brilliant footballer. Absolutely sublime footballer. The way he takes the ball, the way he used to win fouls as well for us. He knew how to win a foul, didn't he? Right? And these goals were fantastic. Absolutely amazing goals. Pinpoint. The way he hit the corner and the side netting. So accurate. Brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Marino climbed the ladder of manager as a PE teacher or something. Um, yeah, I mean, lots of managers aren't good players. I think that's what
Yeah.
Elias is referring to.
I think
Um,
who else was a PE teacher? I think it was there was someone. I think it was Klopp. I think he was a PE teacher.
no, he used to play. Didn't he play in like a lower
I'm sure.
German league?
Yeah, he used to be like when he retired from football because he got. I think
Ah,
he got an injury, and I think he went. I'm sure I read that he was a PE teacher. Yeah.
oh, oh, hi Nita, how you
Hello,
doing? How's it
Lita.
going? Need to say
Much
hi to
love.
everyone in the chat as well.
Yeah, what a great
And
Spurs fan he is.
Bobby K is in the house saying, "Good
Woo,
morning, Edwin,
Bobby.
Ash, and everyone in the chat."
Okay,
Um,
Bobby. Woo, I love Bobby K. What a man.
no, David's talking about Neville. He's saying it wasn't Turner; it was our most experienced player. He's saying that Ash Neville was the fullback he was disappointed with.
Ashneb, well, no, I disagree. I thought she had. I thought she had a pretty good game, and she plays on the right, not on the left. Yeah, I just thought she had a pretty decent game, especially when she stepped into the middle. Because our ladies' team play a lot like the men's team, where they all interchange. So they've got to get
Mm.
used to it as well, Ash. So they have to get used to that new system. So it's bedding in. But we're doing very well. We're sixth in the league when we finished third from bottom last year. So
Yeah,
we've
we've improved a
improved.
lot. Like if you
Of
follow the
course.
lady women's team, you know that we've improved so much.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not going to
and
call Ash Neville because she's my favourite player as well.
yeah,
And normally she performs very well for the team. Every
yeah, I
player can
agree with
have a
that.
stinker. Yeah, she
Absolutely, I
didn't.
agree
She
with that.
didn't play brilliant, but not like her normal self. But when she got forward, she was doing some very good things.
Yeah. And Suminen was the worst player at the pitch. Her defending was horrendous. So I actually have a very soft spot for Suminen. I think she's a great technical player. And,
Yeah,
on a good day, she sort of bosses the midfield. She did have a terrible game, but, on the whole, I think she's a very dependable player. And she's just
yeah,
had an injury and she's come back. And so she's just a little,
little
like,
bit
there are
rusty.
some kinks in the game, after your injury.
Yeah, I know how that feels because when you've come back from injury, it's hard. The first couple of games, you've got to, find your feet again. So give her time. She'll get back to her normal mojo, and she'll be playing a lot better than she did against West Ham. I do agree with David though. She didn't have a
Yeah.
particularly good game. The two standouts were Gracie Clinton and I would say Beth England had a pretty good game because her movement was
Yeah,
very
her
good.
movement was really great. There was
Yeah,
just one goal that she missed, and I was just like, "How
I
the hell did
know.
you miss that?"
Come on, don't miss it. I know
Yeah,
because she's got a Harry Kane-ish finish.
yeah, yeah.
England, she's fantastic.
Berbatov is an amazing guy. Yeah, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I suppose. Shared about how from Bulgarian clubs he rose up. His journey is inspiring. Fun fact: he learned English watching Godfather. I mean, I would not learn English watching The Godfather.
No,
Uh,
you learned a lot of swear words.
yeah. Everyone saying hi to Bobby, and Ian Meth is saying
Hello,
Mourinho couldn't
Ian.
play. Keith Birkinshaw, Peter Shreves, David Pleat were not great players. Plenty of others from other clubs.
I
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
Just shows you don't have to be a great footballer.
Yeah. Martha Thomas with Beth England combo is doing wonders. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of a bit
I
like Kane
know.
and Son. Uh, like, not, it's the other way around because Martha Thomas is generally Fox in the box, but like,
Yeah,
it's a little bit like a reverse Kane and Son.
because England's good at receiving the ball back to goal, or if the ball's
Yeah.
played high over the thing and running at it. She's not got tremendous pace, but she's not slow, right? But the thing is, she's got power, and she outpowers the defender. That's thing. Even if you haven't got the pace, just like Sheringham, yeah, he had a lot of strength. He wasn't particularly fast, but he had a clever brain. The vision is up there, yeah, and you can get ahead of your defender that way.
Yeah, Nita saying, I'm not feeling so good at the moment. Oh, I'm sorry, Nita. I
Ah,
hope you feel
sorry,
better.
Peter.
Um,
Yeah,
now, I wanted to sort of come back. Like we've gotten a little carried away from where we were, but I wanted to come back to superstition and curses.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Um, so we discussed Kane being cursed. What about Man City being cursed against us at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Do you think,
Definitely.
Ellie, that they can score a goal and break this curse?
I just hope the curse continues, the voodoo, whatever you want to call it, the
Mhm.
shebang. I just hope it continues because I want to go through in that FA Cup especially. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then we've got them in the league as well. But in the FA Cup, I really want us to win this cup. If we can get
yeah,
past Man City, it give us a lot of confidence for the rest of the competition. Um, yeah, I think that voodoo is working very well. So whoever's got the dolly with the pins in it, keep on
yeah.
punching those pins in, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you need money for a new dolly, you know where to find Ellie.
I bet they've even got Pep's face on it.
I can just imagine like a doll with Pep's face on it and
Yeah,
how it's going.
a bit like Psycho from the film
Yeah,
Psycho. Yeah, I just hope it works its wonders again. Because we have got one over Man City, even when we were like down at their ground, when we beat them 3-2 especially, and when we got the 3-3 this year. Um, yeah, so I'm hoping I'm hoping that it's not broken and they don't
yeah,
score. But obviously we've got to score then, so we can't have 0-0 because then we go back to their ground. Not that I'm not confident that we can't beat them at their ground, because we can. With our best 11, we're a very formidable team, So at that stage, we will have our best 11 as well. So come on, you Spurs, do it for that. Do it for me and Ash at least.
yeah. Yeah, but Jacob on United Spurs of America, he has a really like interesting logic to this. He says
Yeah,
that
lovely.
Ange is the breaker of curses because he broke our third kit curse. We would rarely win in our third kit. He broke our early kickoff curse because we won our early kickoff games. He broke. There are lots of these like small Spurs curses that we have, right? That he's like
Yeah.
broken, but he's saying that the opposite is also true then, that the curses that remained like intact will now also be broken, like the Man City not scoring at Spurs curse.
Yeah, and do you know what was a shame, right? I don't like to put that Poch was the one who broke his home record, because I think it was 40 odd games that he'd gone without losing a home game, and it had to
Yeah.
be Poch, didn't it? Oh, so sickening.
God. Yeah,
Oh,
if he gets a trophy, my God, I can't get over that.
I
But
know. It's going to
but
be so
Chad,
horrible.
do you have any superstitions regarding Spurs? Tell us in the comments
Yeah,
while we move on to the next topic.
I've
I
got
wanted to.
one. I've got one, right? I've got a coffee table upstairs, and if we play at home, especially, nobody's allowed to put anything on the coffee table. So my husband, like, he sits right by it, and he went to put his coffee cup on there, and I said, "No, you're not. You hold your coffee." And I went and got him his tray.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm watching the game at home alone or something, I always like I refuse to order any food, because if I order like really good food, we always lose the game. Like every
Yeah,
time I have ordered good food, we have lost the game. So I'm really superstitious about that.
yeah.
Like
Don't order
it's
the
okay if I'm
food.
out with my friends at the bar and watching it, then it's fine. But if I order food and I'm on seeing the match alone, we are losing.
They're funny superstitions, aren't they?
Yeah. So I wanted to like sort of move on to
Yeah.
something that um that caught my like it was on Twitter and it caught my attention yesterday.
Mm.
Which is that uh this is the average height of every Premier League squad. And it shows that we're 1 point, so so Everton, I don't know if y'all can see this, but
Everton are
Everton,
the
Forest
tallest.
are on top.
Yeah.
And like joint top, and then Spurs is next at second at 1.85.
That's
And
pretty good.
uh, it also pleases me that Chelsea is way down at the bottom at 1.78. But that's another story. But I kind of wanted to discuss this with you in the sort of context of set pieces and
Yeah,
corners. So if you look at our corners, we concede a lot of corners. A lot of the times,
mm,
our both our defenders, and when Vicario's clearing, he'll punch the ball this way, and so it goes for a corner. So that way it doesn't land in anybody's feet and uh, cause a goal scoring opportunity. So he'll punch out like that, and so
yeah,
we concede about 6 to 7 corners every game. So per game, it's 6.8 corners that we concede. Uh,
yeah,
but but we've only conceded one goal all season, despite the fact that we concede like 6 or 7 corners every game. We've only conceded one goal from a corner,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we have scored. I think I don't have the this thing on me on, but we are apparently the second or third highest scorers from corners and set pieces,
yeah,
something like that. So we're right up there, in both like defending corners and attacking them. Do you
yes.
think that there's some sort of deliberation? Is it because of the height thing? Is it because of Vicario's organization? What do you think it is?
It's a combination of both, right? Because Vicario is very vocal, and I've had like very good experience of him, like because I've been really close up, right near him on one occasion where I got a ticket right at the front, and you can really hear him. He's so vocal, and he organises, and he tells the team when to push out so you catch players offside as well. He instructs them. He's like a mentor to the defence. So that is one aspect. Plus the fact that we are tall as well, and very physical side. We've got Romero, we've got Van der Ven, who's fantastic physical player. You've got Udogi, who's built like a brick house, and even Emerson, right? He's fantastic in the air because his aerial drills, he wins 95% of them. I read, right? So that is a very good thing going into that where they put it on the money. A lot of teams put it on the money, but we still managed to not concede, which is a testament also to the organisation. And I saw Ange was giving praise to Mason for that. So, it's a little bit of combination of everything that's helped us along the way. Sometimes it's a little bit of luck as well, because the ball breaks for you, because you can head it out, but it might not break to you. So, like we found against Everton when they shot it in, I think that was the only goal that we conceded direct. Not, it wasn't right directly from the corner, but it came out and then they scored. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they've worked on that, and it shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
The organisation
Yeah, and
especially.
everyone, Ryan Mason is apparently the person who's coaching set pieces and corners. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's learned something from his stint with all of these big managers, and hopefully he's applying that to Spurs. I kind of
Yeah.
want Ryan, if he wants a like a long term position to like to come become Spurs manager or something. I think he should go out into the world and prove himself just a little bit. I feel like he's
Yeah.
been here for a while now. He's done a lot of different jobs.
Yeah. Especially if Ange is here, if they stick out his contract for four years. So that's a long time, but he's still a young man, but he needs to sow his seeds somewhere else and get the experience, because a lot of people, they put it on the name, don't they? They say, oh, Ryan Mason, but like we said, not the greatest players don't make the greatest managers. A lot
Yeah,
of managers, an awful lot of managers weren't really good footballers, and they've made it as managers. So you've got a different set skill to become a manager. So we've seen it in the back end of the season, that we started seeing improvements, didn't we? After Mourinho and Fellini got moved on. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And look who we have here. Jose is in
El
the house.
Cocorel.
El Tel Corel. Say morning to
Jose,
all,
Jose,
all the
Jose,
chat.
Jose.
Jose, we deserve a morning as well. Where's our morning? And yeah,
Yeah,
so he's
I
just
think
checking
it's that
on us.
bromance, isn't it? It's a bromance between Bobby and Jose.
Yeah. Um, Jula is saying, I feel you. The weather doesn't help. Try hot milk, turmeric, and honey if you haven't already. I suffer with the same about arthritis.
Yeah, my niece, she's got a very bad back. Yeah,
David saying 3-1 Spurs. Come on.
yeah. I'm saying 1 or 2-0. I'm thinking it's
Yeah.
going to be 1-0.
No,
Yeah.
Ellie, don't give your prediction now. We're doing it on Friday.
All right. I might change it by then, though.
Yeah.
I'm a flippy flopper. I'm always going to put Spurs to win, though. I'm not saying City are going to beat us. No way.
Mm. Daniel's like, are we going for any other homegrown midfielder? Seeing as we ain't getting Phillips or Gallagher, or do you reckon we go for a better profile of midfielder from the European leagues? I kind of want to
Mm,
discuss that as well. Um,
yeah.
so a lot of I was talking to a Dave from the Irish Hotspur, and he was saying that it's really well and good that we have all these young players, and we want like a lot of them to sort of come good for us, but we also need a marquee signing. That we
Mm,
have to get in like a one good big player to sort of round it all off, like that perfect 11 that we have.
yeah.
What do you think, Ellie?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think because I don't see Gallagher coming, to tell you the truth, and Phillips has gone to West Ham on loan, right? So I'd like to get a central defensive midfielder in the mould of Dembele, yeah, because however good Bentancur is, I think we need an even more physical player. Someone who can win the ball and then get us on the front foot. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pape Sarr is getting there. He just needs more physicality in terms of his build. He is strong, don't get me wrong, but like someone like a Vieira, something like that, or a Dembele, who can get you on the front foot and who's also got that physical presence and commanding in midfield. They control, like Rodri is for City. We need that similar sort of player to make us extra niche in midfield.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Like Hoybier, if he was better on the ball, he could have
Yeah,
been that player.
it would have been
I think,
perfect. His passing's very good. He's just a bit slow at moving it because that's the way he is. You can't change that. Yeah, but someone like Kate said, Zubimendi, but I see Arsenal are in for him, so he
yeah,
would have been perfect.
yeah. Bobby's
Yeah.
saying, stop doing that then, Ash. What am I doing? I'm doing nothing. Hey, I get blamed for a lot of things, but I ain't done nothing.
Us women,
Uh,
we do what we want, don't we? We do what
yeah,
we
we do what
want.
we
We do
want.
what we want.
Yeah, like talking balls. Oops, that wrong show. Not talk and balls. Not talking balls. Um, David Shear saying, cook it, Ash.
Yeah, cook it, cook it, cook it.
My kids have colorful hangers, and all their Spurs kids training tracksuits have to be on the blue and white hangers. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
that's a nice superstition. It look nice when you open the cupboard.
yeah, true.
Elias is saying Chelsea 2 seasons ago were one of the tallest squads. Yeah, they have
Yeah,
no planning and they just clearly don't know what they're doing. So now they're not they're the second shortest squad in the Premier League.
yeah. Do you know what I found surprising? When I looked up Reece James's height, he's only 5'10". Because he's built like a brick house. I
Yeah,
thought he was taller, but he's 5'10". I couldn't believe,
yeah.
unless they got it wrong, because that's on
But
Wikipedia.
Ellie, like I also think the opposite happens, like with Kulusevski, because he's so like stocky looking. To me, he
Yeah,
always feels like he's short, but he's really
yeah.
tall,
He's
actually.
6'1", I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it makes no sense to me. Like my brain just doesn't compute it until he's standing next about the same height. And then I'm
Yeah,
like, oh wait, he's tall.
yeah.
Daniel is saying most teams can't even beat the first man when they're corners anymore. It's really frustrating that a professional players struggle to beat the first man.
Yeah, we don't have that problem with Porro though. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd say he does 10 corners and 8 of them would be fantastic, and 2 of them might be like a little bit by the side, but 8 of them gives us a very good chance of getting in the lead from a corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Jishnu saying Nusa and Udogi on the left flank would be mouth-watering. We need to wrap up his deal ASAP. Nusa, Madder, Sunny, Kulu attack will be mad. Oh
I
yeah,
know.
now we're cooking.
Looking looking excited at Tottenham.
Yeah, I mean he won't come in until the summer, even if he does get signed. But
Yeah,
because I think we have to loan him back for the rest of the season, but
yeah,
it'll still be a good deal.
yeah.
Bobby K is saying, but Ellie, we have Hoybier.
Do you know what? He gets a lot of stick. I think he does what he does. He's not the perfect player, but there's only a handful of players you can pull out of the Premier League, midfielders that wise, who you can say are top notch.
Yeah.
And we've got one of them in Bentancur. Fabulous. And Basuma, if he gets his act together and his discipline, he can push on as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Eliza saying some players have a good posture that makes them look tall. That's true. I mean, I have terrible posture. Like I always look like I have the hunchback of Notre Dame or something because I have this.
You're like my husband when he walks, because he's had an operation on his back anyway,
Yeah,
but he walks like the hunchback of Notre Dame as well.
yeah. Ellie loves Hoybier. My son loves Dyer. Some people are just mad.
It's you know what? It is a bit of a madness because they're not the best player in terms of their technical skill, but you like them because there's something about the things they do. Their effort. Because however rubbish Dial was in some stages, not all the time, but in the last 2 seasons, his commitment and his fight was you couldn't doubt that because he just didn't. He made errors, and like Højbjerg makes a few errors, but not like Dyer does. Flipping hell, he's not that bad.
DJ Samuel has just sent in a super
Well
sticker.
done,
I don't.
DJ.
It's a uh, wait. It's a hippo. It's a victory hippo. It's a victory
Woo!
hippo
That's
sticker.
it.
So,
Yeah.
DJ, this is very, very generous of you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
DJ. Thank
Yeah,
you.
love you
I was,
lots.
I
And
was talking to him on WhatsApp about tickets today because he might want to go to the Man City game. So we're going to try and get him one before Friday.
yeah, get DJ a ticket. Everyone get DJ a
Yeah,
ticket.
I've
He
got to check my
deserves a
message
ticket for
from
that
him
super
because
sticker.
they're around about £50 because like if somebody buys it for 50, they normally sell it for 50.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel's saying we need Nusa wrapped up, but I'm more interested in what signings we are going to make to affect the season at the moment. Yeah, I agree with that because like I don't think we're signing anyone. I don't think we're signing anyone that's going to affect our season now. Like after the Dragushin deal has happened, like even if we get Nusa, he's coming in the summer, so he's not really affecting this season. And all of
No.
the young kids will just be loaned out. Like the kid in America will probably finish the season there. If we get Shemansky, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he'll come back either immediately. So all these kids that we're looking at, I don't see them impacting our immediate season.
Yeah, that's why I think we should get that central defensive midfielder because Basuma, however brilliant he is, he's got this thing over him that he's disciplined. So, and he had it at Brighton as well. So, I think we need to look at that, you know, and probably we'll lose Gio and Højbjerg. So there you go. And Skip, he's not quite there, is he yet? I
Yeah.
don't think he's ever going to get there, really.
Elias is saying, well, Ellie, you might see Højbjerg alongside Bentancur for FA Cup. Do you think he'll play, Ellie, Højbjerg?
Um, well, the thing is, he hasn't got much choice. The only thing he can do is play skip. That Sar's missing, Basuma's missing, isn't he? And I don't think he's starting Madders from the start. So it probably will be Højbjerg and skip again with Bentancur because he's got no other choice. And the only other one he's got is Donnelly, but he's a kid and he hasn't
Yeah,
played him at the moment. So,
yeah.
yeah, it probably will be. One thing's for
Jason is saying,
sure, he always plays well against Man City. I've made the note of that in my notebook. He does.
Jason is saying Ash is my favorite female YouTube content creator, so level-headed and gives credit where credit is due with no agendas. Oh, Jason, that's the loveliest thing. Thank you so much. And from me to Ellie, who's my favorite content creator. Uh, so we have your favorite and my favorite on the same show. So yay.
Yay. Come on, let's get it on.
What about a central midfielder? Daniel, do you have any names in mind? Because honestly, the people we've been linked to, uh, none of them look like they're going to affect this season.
Yeah, I would have liked to have got Kudos, but bloody West Ham got him. So hopefully we can sign him in the summer because he's
Yeah.
fabulous. He's technical as well and he scores goals. Yeah, he's made West Ham a lot better. All right, Ward Prowse is getting the plaudits as well, but Kudos is the one that stands out for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Elias is saying I think midfield would be better with Bentancur, Højbjerg, and Kulu. Honestly, I think if Madders is fit,
Yeah,
if he's game fit, then I think Madders should start over Kulu.
yeah, I think he might bring him on though because it's going to be
Yeah.
hard. He hasn't had that match fitness. I think he's going to use him as a secret weapon.
Yeah.
you know,
But
I think we're going to see
Ellie,
him earlier than expected if things are not going to plan.
yeah. But the amazing thing, Ellie, is that now we can finally see Madders and Bentancur playing in the same midfield. Oh, whenever
Yeah,
he comes
that'd
on,
be
it will be
truly fabulous.
amazing.
I know. And they won't step on each other's toes because
Yeah,
Benny's more of a like bringing the ball from the back, he links up play, whereas Madders likes to play his football more forward, picking up the ball over the halfway line. Yeah. Obviously, he does help out, but that's not his game. His game is to affect it in the final third. Yeah. Whereas Bentancur can do a little bit of both. Yeah.
yeah.
Come on. I
Bobby's
want to
saying
see it.
breaking news. Ellie. Bobby's saying breaking news. Højbjerg transfer had been completed to Aston Villa for summer 2025. Deal done now, as it will take his slow ass that long to get there.
Poppy, you shouldn't do this because you know that Jay gets it for Dyer. Don't do it to me. I've got enough
Oh,
ones with my burnt face.
now we're going to have some more of the Højbjerg is so slow. Time runs backwards. Højbjerg is so slow.
Oh my God. You know what the thing is? He's not slow. He's not a slow. He's the fourth fastest runner in our team because I've looked that up as well. In terms of their speed, I think what they mean is slow on the ball, which it is true. He's not the quickest, but when he does pass it, at least he's accurate.
Nusa may not be at the same level as me at 19. He still has that room for a world class ceiling, the way he spread up play. Like, who's me?
Neymar, I think.
Oh,
Is that
Neymar.
Neymar?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a very high ceiling, this boy. I was watching him because as soon as we were linked with him, I always watch him. I did know about him because I've seen him play for Norway. Yeah, and he looked a top dollar player. What a player. His movement is fantastic and he can dribble. He can beat a player with his speed and skill. So I like him. He's going to be a fabulous addition to our team.
yeah. If they play midfield three of at least Rodri and KDB, we're screwed playing our midfield three of Bentancur, Skip, and Højbjerg. This ain't Man United's midfield who we can get away with it against. Well, I think
You know what?
Kulu is back, so I
Yeah,
don't think we can Skip and Højbjerg both.
it'd probably be Skip Kulu and Bentancur. But if it is Skip Højbjerg and Benny, I think it could work because you need players that are more tenacious against them to stop them playing. That's how we beat them 1-0. And we had Højbjerg and Skip that day because we pressed them and we harried them off their normal game. Obviously, they still did create, but their chances were like snap chances. You know, they were panicking a bit. So, you know, you do sometimes it's horses for courses. Right, it's nice having the flair players in there, but for this game, I think we need to be more tenacious and win the ball back
Yeah,
and harry them off their game. Because
yeah, yeah. I think
when they get in their flow, we mustn't let them get into their flow too much, because
yeah,
then they
yeah.
will punish you.
Yeah, I think Romero might be very key to this game
Yeah,
because, like, he needs to like recover the ball. He's, in terms of recoveries, he's pretty good. Like, he, I know, like, we don't have a very traditional CDM that does that. Bissouma can be good at it when he wants to be, and Sarr is excellent at times. But
yeah,
right now, currently in this squad, Bentancur also does a decent job with recoveries, but like we do need somebody who's going to like physically intimidate them, and I think that's going to be
yeah.
Romero.
Yeah,
Um,
and also Ash, which is another good point that I'd like to add, is we play the system where the two left back and the right back drop into midfield, so we have a 5-man midfield, and
yeah,
that would be fantastic against Man City. That's why we do so well at their ground because we had that, and then when we brought on Højbjerg, he sort of solidified a lot of the harrowing, you know, and getting into them so they couldn't play their normal game, and we got back into the game, and that's what we got to do to win this game as well.
yeah. Um, Jason is saying Spurs fans saying Richarlison played 27 games is false. It was 27 appearances, which amounted to 1,006 minutes if you do the math. So it's a myth that Richarlison had one goal in 27 playing second to Kane. Yeah, I agree with that. Like sometimes these things can just be blown out of proportion. Like
Of
you
course.
don't score for a few games, but if you're coming on as a super sub, it's hard when you're getting 10 minutes here and 5 minutes there, and it's not strung together. Even the 1,006 minutes, if this like staggered over time, it's unfair to criticize a player who doesn't have a fair going
Yeah,
at trying to prove themselves.
yeah, true, very true.
Solomon is back apparently.
Yeah, he is. He's back in training, so that's another addition. So we can use him off the bench if he doesn't start him, because I think Werner will start against Man City rather than Solomon. Yeah, so it's all coming good now. We've got Maddison back as well, so it's looking more rosy. Yeah, come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, come on, you Spurs. Ash, can you say hold that, you fraud? Yes, I can. Hold that, you fraud.
Oh my God.
Ellie saying love you, Ellie. Sorry,
Oh,
Bobby saying
Bobby,
love
I
you,
love you
Ellie. And
too. Yeah.
speaking about about Højbjerg, Bobby K is also saying it's not Højbjerg's fault. Apparently, his mom was in labor for 26 months, so things started slow.
Oh my God. You know what? I was seeing pictures of him in Dubai this week with his beautiful wife, right? And I was thinking, I said that, and then Mia goes, I hope he stays there, right? No, but the thing is, he isn't that bad. He's not that bad. I think he's a good player. He's what he's good at is passing.
Yeah.
Nobody can say he's not good at passing because he is, and he's tenacious. I like that sort of player. So, who
Yeah.
off to the rest of you?
No, Ellie, I'm sure he'll come back from Dubai really like as soon as he can, but except it'll be really slow because it'll take him forever to come back from Dubai.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
at least Ange, right, has kept him at the club because we've had lots of injuries, and if we didn't have him against them, especially against Man City. He done really, really well against Man City. Yeah, I like him. I think he's good.
If Solomon, Elias is saying if Solomon is back, I would play Werner, Richie, and Solomon. So he's saying that we drop Johnson. Do you think we should drop Johnson, Ellie, and play Solomon
It's going
instead?
to hit his confidence, isn't it, when his confidence is low? But you know what? Ange has to make those tough decisions. Sorry. So, me personally, I would drop him because you have to be ruthless in football because he has to have a wake
Yeah.
up call and it might shake him. It might
Yeah.
shake him to get something more out of him because what we've seen so far has been a very unconvincing performances. But
Yeah.
it's still early days. I'm willing to give him a try.
Yeah.
A try. But the thing is, he's got to start producing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he plays a bit like he's overwhelmed by it all. Yeah. So he's got to start relaxing and just play his football.
Yeah, so with Johnson, right? I think that sometimes, I'm not saying the player has to be dropped just because of bad form. I also think that it's sometimes it protects a player by dropping them, because when you take them out of the public eye for a little while, like, because public memory is so short, if you just take them out of the, because he's been getting so much hate on Twitter and
I
Instagram, and
know.
he's switched off, like he's made his comments limited on Insta, etc. So if
Yeah.
he's getting so much hate that it's affecting his confidence, I think maybe taking him out of the public eye just for a second, just to sort of protect him, because he's still a young lad. It would make sense to sort of play him off the bench, and then like let him play himself back into the team.
Yeah.
Get a few minutes, 15 minutes here and 20 minutes there, and slowly work yourself back into form.
Yeah. I agree. That's why I said I would drop him because even though it hit his confidence, it will make him perk up and actually realise that he's at a big club like Spurs and you've got to perform, and it will give him a kick up the backside so that, when he does get his chance, like, when they dropped Sonny last season, right? And then he came back for the Leicester game, and he scored a hat trick. That was his kick up the arse to start
Yeah.
performing. Not last season, the season before, sorry, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. DJ Samuels just letting everyone know that I haven't been at the Tottenham New Stadium yet. The last time was White Hart Lane final home game back in 2017, or the one against United. But
Yeah.
everyone, what are you all doing? Get this man a ticket.
Yeah.
Let him
Get
go
this
see
man
our
a ticket,
stadium.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever's got a spare ticket, put it out in the community to get DJ Samuel. He's a lovely boy. And like I've met him so many times at the Grand, and he's lovely to talk to. He's such a nice, he's very young as well. I think he's only in his early 20s. So yeah. I think
Yeah.
if one person's gonna have one spare ticket somewhere.
Yeah, gotta have a spare ticket lying around
Yeah.
in your pocket somewhere.
Yeah.
Bob Down Under saying, watch out for a surprise Geo return, seen smiling in training pics. Yeah, they're all coming back, aren't they?
Oh, that's really weird because they were saying that he needs to have further tests, so he must have had the further tests, and they've given him the all clear then.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so, Jason, you know, i- if you have if you have something to say to Kate, you should say it on her show, because I like it would be hard for me to pass that information on. You can go on her show and have a discussion with her in her chat. um
Yeah.
Swap is saying, then why Nusa, another left wing? We need a right winger. Yeah, i, I actually I kind of agree with this, because we have Sunny, who's a left winger, and we have a lot of this, like, slightly, we have like Solomon and that, and Hill, like these slightly underperforming players who we're not quite sure about. And then we have Werner, who we've also got, who can play on the left. He's more of a second striker, but I think we bought him to play on the left. Um so we have so many left wingers now.
Yeah.
Is that because Kulu has? Do you think Ange reckons Kulu has solidified his right wing spot?
Not necessarily, but I think you hit the nail on the head when you said we've got a lot of players, but there's only really Sonny who stands out, who's really performed and produced. The rest of
Yeah.
them have sort of fallen by the wayside, haven't they? So that's why it's important to bring somebody else in to push these players as well. Because you see an
Yeah.
18, 19-year-old kid on the bench, right, egging to get onto that pitch to prove himself, right? And he might even get ahead of you if he's impressing in training. And Ange has wanted him, so that's another plus on Nussa's side as well. So it will push the other players to start thinking, well, if I don't perform, my place is up for grabs, you know. And it's always good to have healthy competition, you know, in any position. And if you've got an overload, that's even better in my book, because that means a lot of players can interchange. And some of those left wingers can be quite versatile. Like Werner, he can play like a striker, he can play like a number 10. So, you know, we've got options. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, um, yeah, let's see how it goes. Maybe we're looking to get a big signing for a right wing in the summer. Who knows? Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Swap.
We'll see.
Adrian's coming. Better late than never, Adrian.
Adrian.
Good morning.
Got the dressing
Um,
gown, Adrian.
yeah, I'm like we're kind of almost done. I think let's just catch up a little bit on the chat.
Yeah.
Nita's saying
Nita.
Bentancur is going to be popping on and off the ball. I'm looking forward to watching him. Yeah, aren't we all?
Yeah. Do you know what? You always feel safe when Bentancur's got the ball. Like
Yeah.
you think he's going to do something special as well. Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, he's such a calming influence as well. It's just
Yeah.
I feel calm. You know, like with Ange, in general, I feel calm. Like when we go, you know, when we used to score a goal in the Conte era, that's when I used to be most afraid because the minute we score a goal, we go back into like this little cocoon that we don't get out of, and every shot that the opposition, you know, puts into the box, I'm thinking that's gonna be a goal. You know, so
Yeah.
I'm just like standing like this and like my arm, like my nails are digging into my hands, and you know, it was the worst
I
feeling
know.
ever. And since
Yeah.
Ange came in, despite the fact that there's like high energy, high tempo all the time, I kind of feel calm. Like even when we score a goal, I'm just like, yeah, we'll outscore them. It's fine. Who cares about defending? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, like Bentancur against Aston Villa, he was absolutely sublime. He was brilliant. The TV cameras, when I watched the highlights, and I watched the whole match back afterwards as well, it doesn't capture all the movement off the ball that him and Gio and Brian Hill were doing, because they were linking up so well, those three. But the orchestrator, the conductor, was Bentancur. It was so fabulous to see. And then that Matty Cash does that horrible tackle on him, you know, and we lose the game as well. That was that was the downer. You know, if we'd got a draw or a win, it wouldn't. You would have thought, yeah, Bentancur's injured, but we would have got the points on the board. Yeah, but that was a
Yeah.
leaving the ground that day. I was so shell shocked because we scored 4 goals as well, which were offside. Oh, it's very depressing, that game.
Daniel E is saying, no, I would not drop Johnson for Solomon. Solomon has not played football months. So I think I was saying in general, we should drop Johnson, but not in the next game for sure. Because I do think that uh, like when Madders is playing in the midfield, then Kulu will be switched to the right, and so we'll have Johnson on the bench, and Kulu will be playing there. But if because Madders is not going to start the next game, Kulu will be in the midfield, and so I reckon Johnson gets that start.
Yeah,
But I do think in the long run, I think Ange will put Kulu. I mean, I don't rate Kulu that much as a midfielder, but as a winger, but I think that's where Ange will put him. And so I think
yeah.
that will inevitably mean Johnson is dropped.
And I think Johnson's better performances have been on the left, because I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember against Crystal Palace. I think he came on in that game and he done that
Yeah.
beautiful header, and then he
Yeah.
followed it up and done the assist to Sonny, and he done a fantastic cross to Kulu against Man City that got us back to 3-3. So I think he's more suited to the right, don't get me wrong, but his better performances have come on the left.
Are you asking Bob down under, or is that? Yeah, left
Solomon is
winger.
a left winger. He is, yeah.
I used to play wing. I don't like holding onto the ball. I get it out of my feet and get it in. You catch the players flat-footed. You can't let the opposition get into their shape and positions. I agree with that.
Yeah, that's a winger's job. Get past
Yeah.
their man.
Everyone's talking to each other. Solomon on the left and Werner on right is what Elias is saying. One negative thing about Spurs is in transition, takes too long to move the ball forward. You don't need to carry the ball when you have two players on both sides making runs. The longer you take the space.
I think
Good.
that's why if we've got Saar, if we've got Saar, Benny, Madders, and Basuma in a 4-man midfield, that would be lovely. But Ange won't do that. He'll only have 2 or 3 max.
Yeah. Sorry everyone, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. So everyone, please support Jose. This is a joint stream, so please do us all a favor. Go to El Tel Cockerel and support that channel as well. Our sister channel or brother channel, I'm not sure what gender channels have, but because it's Jose and he's the man, I'm gonna say brother channel. So
man channel.
Yeah, man channel. Go on to the El Tel Cockerel, our man channel, and this channel clearly doesn't belong to Call It anymore because, well, it's the ladies' takeover.
Funny man.
So yeah, we're gonna call it a day. I would like to thank all the people, David Shear for gifting 2 memberships, and DJ Samuel for this wonderful Victory Hippo super sticker. Somebody get this man a ticket.
Yes.
So that brings us to the end of the show. As usual, we'll play you out with the James Madison song.
Come on.
Oh, wait. I forgot to say, Ali, where can we find you next?
Right, so you can always find me with Kate at Just the Girl Who Loves Spurs. We do our Today is to Debate show every Tuesday. You can find me here at Talk and Ball and on the Irish Hotspur fan show and on Bobby's show, the Three Spurs Boys. Love them. Couve and the Kang. Everybody tune into Couve and the Kang as well, and Just the Girl Who Loves Spurs and the Irish Hotspur, because they're my 3 favourite channels along with Talk and Ball. See, so everybody just tune into everybody else's shows because everybody's fantastic, you know, and everybody's trying to get to that 1,000 mark on the lower scale of the YouTube channel community. So come on, let's support all each other. Share the likes, share the link. Sorry, and make sure they all smash the like as well when you share the link. Tell them to smash the like as well. Because that will show more notoriety.
If you like us, share the link because you like us. If you hate us, share the link so that everyone else can hate with you.
Yes. Hate or like, it's all good.
Yeah. So as usual, we play you out with the James Madison song.
Yeah.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.